There you go. What's good, everybody? It's Donnie B, GotDaBeats, man. We out here and we ride the riverside. I just went to go pick up the homie Fitty The Ceaser.
What's up, baby?
We doing this is the Carpool Chronicles over here.
Carpool Chronicles, I like that.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? We was just chopping it up, man. Listen, some stuff, some conversations weren't for everybody, but I definitely wanted to make sure we turn on the video so people could get to know us. And you know what I'm saying, and know what's good out in these streets. Better get first perspective. So, you know, as I was telling Fitty, man, like ever since I met him, it's been a blessing. I met him on the Beat podcast. And you know, we've been mad cool ever since, you know what I mean? And you know, this is the first time I'm seeing him in the sack. We get ready to go head out on a video shoot, and I'll let him help him fill that in with what we about to do. But saying all to say, you know, just catch it back up on life, man. Just talk about, you know, the fine minutiae of everything that's going on in the world and so forth and so on. And yeah, so that's where we are. You know, so we now,
yeah.
And so, you know, we're gonna turn it over to Fitty. Fitty, you talk to us about, like, as far as your perspective on, and again, this is a segue because this is kind of what we were talking about before I turn the camera on. To give us your input with regard to the culture of Black people and the feeling of loneliness and feeling like we gotta be the only person or only like we feel always in like we cage ourselves in averse to other people. What are your thoughts on that principle? Do you think we as Black people have a tendency to do that? Or do you think it's just something internal where it's just like, you know, it varies from person to person?
I would say more likely, sometimes that could be on a personality type of realm of that individual person. Just like I know, just like how we were speaking beforehand. And I'll be honest, it's like I'm the type of person that sometimes I live in my head. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes what we was talking about, I think sometimes I think I actually do that. I suffer in silence. Sometimes I keep it certain things bottled up. You know what I'm saying? What is he doing? Hey, Carpool Chronicles, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch out for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, we gotta. What I was saying was, like, I always live in my head, man. Always thinking that sometimes we have that thought process that we gotta do this by ourselves. Definitely us as men. And now, could that be Black thing? I mean, it can be because I'm Black and I feel that way. Do you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, in one of my songs, in this simple, in this very topic on attitude / here too, I said, man, I gotta stop living in my head and just keep going. And sometimes you get in your head. Sometimes you be thinking like, man, dude, am I getting enough views? Am I getting enough support? Is people really vibing me?
Yeah.
I really don't get that much reposts. I really don't do that. I really do that and do this. And sometimes that they either can cripple you or it can make you go harder. And sometimes that can cripple somebody, man. And I found out during my young journey, that used to cripple me sometimes, man. Thinking that you'll be living so much in your head, thinking that you are alone, and you're really not. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, even outside of the music realm, just in life in general, sometimes that's how the devil works. Sometimes, and he want to make you feel like you're alone when you're really not. Or sometimes just like you could just pick up a phone and you can't make that call to that person that pop in your head like, but I don't think they'll do it. That's the time that you should call, because they probably will. It's that fear that makes you don't want to call, or it's that fear that makes you don't want to speak up, or it's that fear that makes you don't want to post because you're gonna feel like, man, no one's really watching. I'm not getting that much on traffic, and I'm just hearing saying, man, whenever you hear that fear, man, just try to push push pie. You know what I'm saying? If you how in this in this Christian walk that we have, there's a scripture that says, "Greater is He that is in me than he that is in this world." Meaning that, despite of whatever that you are going through in life, no matter how bad that it is, long as if you're a believer and you know this name called Jesus, everything's gonna be cool, cool on with you. And I have a saying, man, is know your greatness. Greatness always overcoming. Where that motto came from, even with the whole good, was greatness overcome obstacles daily. Even where that came from was me constantly being in my head and learning how to overcome that. So that was like my midlife crisis in my music journey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll say it's an ongoing process too, man. You know what I'm saying? Some days you might think you might have everything underneath control. Just like you have your good days and your bad days with anything. So that's just what we was talking about, because I will even admit that like I said, sometimes I'm a victim to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm still, you know what I'm saying, recognizing, hey, dude, Fitty, you're not alone. You got really niggas that really rock with you. Do you know what I'm saying? Sometimes people get blinded or they get not thinking that just because you don't got multi-million-dollar millionaires throwing their money behind you, you're thinking that, man, you really don't got nobody supporting you. But if you got a team of people, and y'all got the same common goal, man, y'all just don't know what type of power y'all could do together, man. So stop living in your head. You know what I'm saying? Reach out to the people, man. Reach out to the people that you hesitate on. You never know. So that's what I would say, man. So I don't think it's a culture thing. Mm-hmm. It could be a personality thing, man. Could I say they run rampant in our culture? Probably more, maybe so, yeah. Because we are very trained at a very young age in our community, man, to where, you know, therapy is not okay. You know what I'm saying? You really don't speak on your emotions. You gotta be tough and hard. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a misconception of things. So, you know, that's one thing I can say about this new generation. They all about speaking to people, you know, speaking out their own feelings this time around. So there it is right there, man. I know I was talking for a long time, man. I can do that sometimes, man. Believe me.
Now you gotta get you know what I'm saying, get your points of view out. I mean, that's the whole point of this whole thing is, man. You know, when we have these conversations, you know, that the purpose is people need to have more conversation. We need to talk all of these things out. We got so many issues that's going on in the world, not even just black culture, not even just, gender war cultures, you know what I mean, between men and women. You know, they're like, it's so many things to discuss.
Exactly. And
we just need to be more vocal about it. And what's wrong with being alone with it? Especially if you're listening to the other person. and that's the whole thing too. Shout out to Lisa Dell Washington again. Sister got the platform called The Power of Shut Up. And The Power of Shut Up is dope. It really isn't groundbreaking. Again, no shade to Lisa. It's literally just a train of thought. And word to Lisa, and shout out to Lisa for understanding it and being able to put people in a mindset to understand that it's a mindset.
Right.
You know, that's her superpower there. You know, on top of her, she's a branded genius and so on and so on. But, you know, there you go. But I would say this. The Power of Shut Up is one that teaches you it's not an offensive thing. It's not a forward thing. It's about yourself. Learning when to quiet yourself.
Right.
And then if you have a conversation with somebody, if the person is truly listening to you, then they're going to listen to you. And not necessarily always in its entirety, but they're going to listen to you.
For sure.
So it's, what are we always in the mode where, oh, here I go, I'm talking too much. Here I go, I'm talking too long. And that's a form of the same issue that we were talking about. Right? Mm-hmm. So I think all in all, overall, it's a scenario, a situation as to where, we just have to understand that, talking is paramount, communication is paramount, it's key to every relationship that there is, right? Now, I do want to pivot back to something you said, and it was a key word that you used in here, The key word was get you a team. Team being the key word. There are a lot of inflections with that word. A lot of meanings, right? What is your idea? What's your thought of like being an industry person? And I know that's a common term in the industry where people are like, well, I need to give me a team and so forth and so on. What does the word team mean to you as an artist?
The word team mean to me is basically, it doesn't necessarily mean there's just numbers of people, a whole bunch of people. Right. It could just be a team, could just be just you and another person.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? A team to me is one or two or more people just with the common goal, with the common interest, man. Y'all, if you're on the team together, y'all working, y'all have a common goal to see the success of that team.
Right.
So, and it's not just one member of the team.
Yeah.
It's the team itself. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I used to tell people a lot. The reason why me and Riff Raff is close, you know what I'm saying? That's my engineer / producer and everything. I went to Cal State Dominguez Hills because my BA in audio engineering. I can produce, engineer, songwrite. I can do everything by myself. My thing is, why should I?
Exactly. Just the CEO mindset, though.
You know what I'm saying? Why should I? I know a guy and I love his vibe, and I'm like, shoot, he could be my producer.
Right.
We could vibe out together. You know what I'm saying? He could be my engineer, so we have so that's a common goal. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I want to see him succeed, just like you want to see me succeed.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? I had a successful radio show, multimedia thing for almost eight years. Way before podcasting was even podcasting.
Right.
So I could do all that on my own, but hey, you are real good in the podcast. So why would let's work together on that. You know what I'm saying? Team.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I learned earlier, you can't do everything by yourself. You don't want to do everything.
Right.
All by yourself. So that's what a team means to me. Just you know what I'm saying? What my downfall was, I will admit, I got caught up in the number game.
How so?
Man, like back in the day, I had this my ex best friend. I had this guy. It was just me and him for like years.
Yep.
But I was always chasing the crew.
So you felt it was you needed to have a crew, or you just felt?
I felt incomplete if I didn't have. That was the whole, back in the 90s, that was the whole thing. You could have a team, you could have a whole crew behind you. And because the whole crew was behind you, it actually pushed more. Almost like, not that extreme, but like, God rest his soul. Do you know what I'm saying? I was a big Nip fan way before Nip even was known for the world, right?
Right.
I know his best friend, G.I. Joe, God rest his soul, came to the Movement Radio Show an actual few times. You know what I'm saying? So I was always a good thing with Nip, but Nip didn't roll by himself.
Right.
Now, I used to always tell people, man, you know what I'm saying? We all knew that rhythm, that Nip, the 60s. The 60s had to go everywhere in the Valley Way.
Mm-hmm.
He had a whole purpose of his whole crew pushed him. The whole crew moved. They all moved together. Not only them, but I looked at Dog Pound the same way.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at Warren G and the G-Funk era the actual same way. It was always that one or two, you know what I'm saying? It's always been a Jay-Z and a Dave Bad. So when people play, even though them two, they always had rock and roll.
And Biggs. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Biggs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where my downfall back in the day was, to where I got caught up in the number game.
It's interesting.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, even though me and him, we was moving like leg to leg, we was doing things step to step, but I still had that mindset sometimes, like, But it was not just my man. It's just me. It was like, man, it's so nuts. Like, we need more. You know what I'm saying? So we're just utilizing just the team that we had. You know?
It's interesting that you say that, because my journey was a little bit different, and so my mindset was always more subscribed to an idea. That idea will beget a crew. You know what I mean? If anything happens to the head of the snake can keep moving. So what is it? What is it? We need to have an idea. It need to be something that people can ride like a rally cry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, I still got the crew name right now, and still not one member has ever been a part of it. you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
But I had the vision, like, you know what I'm saying? I just had the vision, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's just always just been. I think that thought process, I think, kind of spurred the New Neighborhood Radio Show. Because of that process, not the process of trying to chase it and improve, but always just trying to expand the reach. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, I think the thing is that even though I did that and I had that mindset, I always still believe that I gotta do my part to push for the culture, whatever that is. So working as a team is great, but I have to 100% do my part, even if that is to carry the team, to live on for the team. Because maybe the team you're only as good as your worst person in said team. So if you have that weak person, you got to overcompensate regardless. So I've always been 10 toes down. I've always been in the one in the mud and the work. You know, we gotta move this table. Let's move this table. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'll be that artist that I go on a mainstream tour, and the sound guys is having mic issues during the mic setup, and I'm gonna leave to go down there to go help them with the mic setup. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's just me, because to me, I'm like, let's just get it done. Get it done, get it solved. I don't care. I'm not above that shit. Let me do that. You know what I mean? If we got a meeting, we got to move tables, move furniture. All right, let me roll my sweet sleeves up. Let me take my jacket off. Let's get to it. You know what I mean? But I still subscribe to doing things on my own. Now, when I did do the team, one of the very, very few times that I did do the team, we had marginal success. Well, actually above average success. I'd say marginal. Overall, it was marginal because of the way it disbanded. But when we did actually unite like damn Voltron, it was crazy. But, you know, then you got to worry about this arm doing what it want to do, or this arm don't want to do that. And this leg is doing something different than this, and then then it becomes just disarray real quick.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That is true. It's always, that's why I say you got to find the team with the common goal. Because I've been part of teams, been part of the so-called crews that I thought, that I always was wondering, chasing. They go on court to play.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, because I'm always, I don't know if you can tell about just my social media thing. I'm always thinking about doing something almost every single day. My brain is always working. So musically, I'm always creating. So back when I was in this crew, it was when I had access to a studio 24/7.
Right.
So when I was able to have access to a studio 24/7, and I do all the stuff in it, I had kids. I'm in there working.
Yeah.
You know.
So was that.
So you know, so when we get an opportunity to where we are performing in front of a bunch of people, I'm going to do my part. Make sure when we get seen, I'm going to be ready.
Right.
I think everybody in the crew is that way too. Everybody wasn't ready.
Yeah, of course.
When we did that, when we did a certain show at the LA Staples Center back in the day, man, the whole crew killed it. I'm not going to lie. We gave it a major show from glasses. To where we got phone calls back after that show. Only one they wanted to mess with was me. So that made the whole crew disintegrate.
Yeah. Close to that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wait a minute, I thought we was crew. When one go, we all go.